Merry Christmas, everybody. All right, so I am still here at my family fun tree. We've been opening some presents throughout the season, and it has been fun. So if you didn't see that video, well, it would be last week I posted it. This week, I want to share with you a family tradition. I'm kind of coming in every week and giving you a new family tradition that we do. Tradition has been very strong in our home. We like to do kind of the same things over and over. My kids, we're military, so we move from place to place to place, and the traditions have been something that's been very grounding for us, that we know what we do at Christmas time. One thing we always do, which I'll tell you our Christmas Eve tradition in a minute. I really want to get to that because I think it's been, well, I know it's been super fun for our family. But throughout the season, I've been talking about my Advent book that we've been doing. This was recommended by a friend of mine, Shauna Congealier. She's an amazing woman of God. And she recommended this book right here. It's called Advent, The Story of Christmas by Sherry Gragg. And every year we do a Christmas, an Advent. And for us, that means sitting in the evening and either reading a story from the book of Luke, like a chapter, or reading a Christmas Advent book that takes you through the 25 days of Christmas. This one happens to have 30 sections in it. So we're actually going to go on past Christmas, which I'm super excited about, that it goes on a little bit further because I enjoy the family time at night. And so we sit around our Christmas tree. This particular book gives you a scripture to read. So my oldest reads the scripture and then I read the story. And this book has been incredible for me because though it just tells the story of Moses, it tells it from a way where you hear the heart of Moses, or the struggle he was going through, or the struggle his mom went through to give him up and when he was born. And it takes us to the need of Jesus. So these stories that we're hearing, we're reliving the stories of the Bible in a way that points us to why Jesus came in the first place. And so it's a true focus on the meaning of Christmas. So this is the Advent book, like I said. If you want a copy of it, I put it on my website because I wanted you to be able to have easy access to it. www.tamilewis.com. Super easy to remember, Tami. Lewis is how you spell my name. And you go to Tami's Faves and you'll see this book right there. So I wanted to make that easy access to you if you wanted this book. All right, on to our Christmas Eve tradition. You ready for this? We call it Jakablokaflod. Yes. Jakablokaflod. Now, it is an Icelandic tradition that is pronounced somehow different. I don't know how. If you know how, please send me a video of you speaking it. I know nobody from Iceland. I know nobody who speaks the Icelandic language, and so I call it Jakablokaflod. What is this tradition? On Christmas Eve, we still do our Advent, right? We sit down and we read our Advent and we talk about it. And then we each get a special present. And I've done that for my entire life, but we've adopted this tradition that Iceland does of getting a book for everybody on Christmas Eve. Now, we have readers in our home. We have total readers in our home, so this has been something very, very special. We do have one non-reader in our home. He just doesn't like to read, so we make sure that we get him a book that is super engaging, super interesting, filled with pictures that he will also enjoy this, because we don't want him to not like it, right? So I'm going to show you. Don't tell my kids, but this is what one of my children is getting, the Guinness World Record 2020. Super fun. And then once we open all of our books, we all sit around on Christmas Eve and just quietly read. It is the quietest Christmas Eve ever, but we love it. One of my kids is getting this one, Ranger's Apprentice. If you have not read the Ranger Apprentice series, super duper good. Okay, this one, my oldest is super excited about, Star Wars Thrawn. Oh, look at this one. Okay, my son is getting, he's in the other room, Absinthe and Flamethrowers, Projects and Ruminations on the Art of Living Dangerously. Yes, I totally got that from my son. He's the engineer, right? The one that totally loves engineering. And then Code Talker for my husband. Okay, and then my book is missing right now, but I know what I'm getting. I'm getting Furiously Happy. I can't remember author, but it's a super fun book that I've watched people read and they're cracking up laughing. So I can't wait to read it. But it's not here yet. I just noticed. I've got to follow up and make sure if it's going to get here in time. If not, I need to reorder. So on Christmas Eve, they each open their book, and after Advent, we sit around and then we read quietly in the evenings, and we probably sit there for an hour. But the beauty of it is we've got the Christmas tree lights on, we've got the fireplace going, everybody's got a book, and there is this sense of peace in our home that is anxious anticipation for the next day, but yet this calmness in our home that just, it's relaxing. And I know a lot of moms get harried and frenzied at Christmas time, and this brings the level down to a place where you get to sit around, and you know those moments in life where you just look at your kids and go, yes, this is what I was looking for at Christmas. That's our Christmas Eve, is reading books, and that brings that sense of peace and calm to our home. So I would love it if you want to try this. Go ahead. Again, it's called Jakablokaflod. I know it's not really, but that's what I call it. Jakablokaflod. And that's, my kids totally call it that too now. It's great. They're like, they think that that's just a normal word to say. Like, oh yeah, we're celebrating Jakablokaflod tonight. Their friends probably have no clue what it is. All right, friends, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you're enjoying your season and that you're taking some time to rest and refresh your brain, and that it's not harried and frenzied, because that's just no fun, right? It's no fun when it's harried and frenzied. All right, God bless you all. Merry Christmas. And if you wanted that Advent book, remember, go to TamiLewis.com, and it's under my Tami's Faves. And I've got all kinds of fun stuff in there, actually. I just put the page together, and it's got some of my favorite things. And so I'd love for you to check it out. All right, Merry Christmas.